And this is where we talk about like a few news subjects, like kind of like when y'all came in and seen us, having discussions about hip hop and good stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? One thing that's been going on that's been kind of mixy is the Hassan Campbell exposes Wack100. Have y'all keep up with a lot of the tabloid stuff?
I thought, did he expose him because he had to interview Hassan and Wack100 and Academics?
Yes, it was all on Academics' podcast.
What do you say Hassan exposed Wack?
Okay, so and just for the people who are in the listening audience, we got the Rascalz in the motherfucking building, Red One and DJ Kiba.
Legends.
So, okay. What happened after that whole interview that, the clips went viral and people were saying that like 6ix9ine was like pressing Hassan Campbell and different things like that, but it wasn't like that, right?
No.
They went to a part where they were talking about African Bambaataa because a lot of people don't know that Hassan Campbell was actually,
allegedly,
he was
I don't know.
Allegedly sexually abused by Africa Bambaataa, okay? And he asked him, why didn't you have that kind of energy for African Bambaataa?
When he said, I love that man. That's what he said.
Well, because he's like, this guy's gangster and all this type of shit, but you didn't have that kind of energy for the dude that did that to you.
So how he asked, when he had that energy and then Hassan was like, yo, he asked him why you didn't have that. He said, because I love that man. Like, he had looked up to him and whatever. So he ain't, you know what I mean? Even though that guy was allegedly doing things to him, he still held him in a space because that started apparently happening to him when he was a little kid.
Yeah.
So at one point in the interview, he's like, it got almost normalized. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if something gets normalized to you, and because you think that's what's been happening to you since you're 5, 6, and you think that, okay, that's normal. I could see how you could be like, okay, well, I still look up to somebody.
Yeah.
Because they're really not doing nothing wrong. You have to grow up and find out and realize what was being done to you was wrong. So I kind of understood what he was saying.
So what ended up happening after the shit went to Clubhouse, it got out of control, and Wack was kind of like punking him on Clubhouse. But Hassan Campbell had these tapes apparently. Like he recorded a conversation him and Wack had, right? And in the conversation, he was saying about how, they were extorting Nipsey, about something that was going on with his baby moms, and basically alluding to, saying allegedly that they got Nipsey. His own people got him fucking hit. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. Nipsey.
Wow.
Right? And then it even got worse because the more tapes that came out today while we're taping this, where he's like, yo, I pressed fucking Gilly and Wallow and Adam 22 and all them, and for them to be able to move around LA, they got to go through me. Like he just going off. So like right now, they just got the internet on fire with this shit, fam. Like Wack100 might not be able to move around LA the same anymore.
I haven't heard that.
He hasn't been able to move around LA properly since he started managing 6ix9ine, fam.
But my thing is this: Wack used to Wack used to be one of Suge's goons.
Yes.
So he kind of learned his game from the Death Row era, because that was the era where Puff, Suge, they weren't just the business side; they were the vocal side, like they were visual side. And I feel like Wack being the management and the business side of things, myself would be playing the back,
chill,
and having the artist as the spotlight. But I feel like Wack comes from an era where,
he's all up in the videos.
He's all up in the videos, all up in the,
He's more popular than Game.
But he's doing too much. I think he's doing too much, bro, because you're breaking a lot of G code and you're doing a lot of shit that people are just like, like this is not G, fam.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just feel like, some people just, whatever your position is, play that position. You know what I'm saying?
Isn't he supposed to be a manager, fam?
But that's what I'm saying. If that's your position, play that position. And I guess everybody plays their role how they see them playing their role. I'm just speaking as far as if I was in his position, I would just handle business, let the artist handle it. Because
let them get some clout, fam. What the hell?
It should be about the artist. It should be about the music. All this other
I think Wack got more followers than Game at this point now. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I just see
He's more
Wack all
popular
the
than you.
time. I just see him doing too much. He's all in Blueface's situation.
He's more popular than Blueface.
Kanye, he's just in everybody's business. So it's just like, man, just go away.
Mhm.
And that other Mayu, like, honestly, fam, I hear him talking about, oh, where's Nipsey? Nipsey was lacking. King Von is lacking. Da 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 da. Listen, I don't encourage. Listen, again, I don't encourage people dying and stuff like that. But yo, America, the fact that that guy is still walking around and talking like that, I don't encourage you guys to kill that nigga. But someone needs to punch that. Somebody needs to punch him in his face or something, fam. Like it bugs me. He could never be doing that in Toronto. I don't care what anyone says. This is why the other guy, he's not walking around here, fam.
I feel like, and this is the problem in Toronto. This is the problem in America. I feel like we're talking about music, but I feel like we're talking about the streets. We're not talking about music, and we're not talking about production, and we're not talking about cadence and bars, and like because I'm just from an era where it's about music, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like listening to these things, I feel like
there's not one song that came out of this whole fucking
you gotta
story.
watch Hip Hop Undercover. You guys seen that?
No.
On Netflix. It's basically about the streets and the hustlers that help fund like the whole game. Like we're talking from down south, BI to like even like Sugar Hill Gang, like you know what I mean?
Yeah, watching that.
Yeah, you gotta watch it.
Yeah, and that goes to show you how far we've come from from the music. And I feel like sometimes that's why some of the music now has been dumbed down, and some of the music is not as dope as it could be because there's so much going on besides the music.
The story's more important than the music.
And the storyline somehow has become before the music.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
the
saying?
story's more important than the music, fam.
And that's crazy to me because like that's just not where I'm from.
But a lot of that's the problem too. Like a lot of the guys that do make good music, they're not promoting it too, right? So they're not at like
because they're not doing anything that's for clout. They're just doing music.
It's not even that they're doing anything.
And just promoting it isn't good enough. You got to go out there and do something crazy to have them talking about you, and then they want to hear what kind of music.
Not really though, because you have guys like there's guys now like Dr. Bushman, and like he did the Solid 16, that's giving him a lot of attention, right? You can still be a really, really good artist and like make really good music. I just feel like a lot of these guys are lazy. They don't be putting out music like that. Like I see them like
so much
once
easier
in a blue,
now.
But that's even worse because if it's so easy, we should be hearing more from you guys. You guys should be, especially like I know it comes to the streets and shit like that, but a lot of these guys claiming they got money and this and that and the third. Bro. So then let me be seeing that in your videos. Let me be seeing that in your music. And you don't see that. So unfortunately,
studio time.
You gotta go to the guy that's like, he's a shitty rapper, but he's putting in money in his promotions. He's putting in money in his marketing and the advertisement.
He's in your face.
Because he's exactly. He's in your face all the time. And that's a problem too.
You know, I come from an era where it was just like from the mixtape, from tapes, CDs and vinyl, MP3s, and you know now the social media. So I guess I'm able to see the
different area, yeah.
And like, you know, from I guess back in the day, you had to be so busy out pumping CDs out the trunk, promoting, going to signings, or going like, you know, just being out there promoting yourself.
Outside.
It didn't have time to be anything but besides the music, because to get to where you wanted to go to, there was so much work you had to put in.
Yeah.
Now you can literally just be at home, make something, put it online, wake up, and it's viral and you're a star.
But it's also the essence of the music too. Like you guys really appreciated the essence of the music, right? Just the essence of rap and all that stuff. But a lot of these guys don't. They look at it as a bag. They're looking at this music thing like, yo, fam, like, I don't care about being a good rapper. I can go put some songs on SoundCloud or YouTube and make a couple of grand, bro. Yeah, fam, that's what I'm gonna do.
But part of what everything's happening now is just cause and effect of saturation. You know what I'm saying? Like it has to be more than the music because everybody got a song. Little 15-year-old girl from high school has records out.
Facts.
It's nuts. Grandma has a few records out.
Yeah.
So these are cause and effects of like oversaturation of the music itself. Gets kind of like, yeah, cool. You got a record. Everybody got a record. Sound like a trap beat. Yeah, YouTube. I got my beat off YouTube. Sound fire.
But I still feel like the good art, the good musicians just like you have the Kendricks, the Drakes, the J. Coles, they're still getting like that mainstream good attention. And they're not really like, J. Cole's not into the fuckery, but if he drops, he's still doing good numbers. His streams are doing well. Right. So I still feel like the music is there, but it's like you got to be making the best music and you got to be promoting it too. Right. And I feel like it's a lot different now. You know?
If the music and the talent isn't up to where it should be, then we got to do.
You got
to do antics. No. You know what I'm saying?
And some of us have to tell you that it's shit. You know what I'm saying? Went out like, you know, that's what some of us are here for. We got to call some of these songs ain't that good. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. It happens.
Yeah. Glad y'all made it to the end of this video. And if you like this video right here, we got a couple more for y'all to choose from right here. And make sure to like and subscribe, okay? And make sure to share this video to a friend and tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend that the We Love Hip Hop Network is the leading network in Canada. Cheer!